And now, presenting from across the pond, it's the Squared Circle Relics Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 21 of the Squared Circle Relics Podcast. I'm your host this time round. I am Jamie and I'm joined as always by my co-host this time round, Lloydie and Chris. Good evening to you boys. How you doing?
Evening.
Yeah, very well.
You sound well.
Makes a change. I know. I haven't been ill for like a month.
Don't jinx it.
It's amazing. Well, everyone else is ill, but I'm or has been ill, so I've seemed to have got away with it. So I'm really happy. You guys all good?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, not bad at all. How are you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm pretty good actually. Thank you very much. Have we been up to much?
I just noticed the background of your thing. You got a 2K23 board. I assume that may have come from a place that you know very well.
It has, yeah, and it's not coming to Dave because Dave said he'd burn it. So
it's a nice little piece of kit to have.
It's a huge John Cena cardboard cutout standee, from the new 2K23 game.
That's quite cool. It is quite cool. It's a good. The trailer for the game was quite good.
Yeah, and
as
I've
well.
heard good things about it so far. So not played it yet. I'm too busy playing old wrestling games, but. Yeah, meant to be good.
I picked it up this past week, so I got a good deal on eBay for the PC version and just finished showcase mode, and it plays really well actually. They seem to have refined that new engine quite nicely now, so I'm quite happy with that.
Oh, wicked!
So it's been really cool. So we've got a very busy show this time round. We sort of mix things up a little bit. We had an original idea of what we were going to do, and then it dawned on Lloydie one evening that this was going to be our Hall of Fame episode the week of WrestleMania. So this is our Hall of Fame show.
Yeah, it's the WrestleMania episode. It's the Hall of Fame episode. I mean, that's the title is in itself really this week, isn't it? To be honest, the Hall of Fame 2023. So sadly though, we are missing a host today. So Sam should have been with us. It was kind of Sam's he kind of incepted us a couple of about a month and a half ago to say, oh, we should do this, and I'm like, only if you come along and do it with us. And he was like, yeah, cool. Sadly, on today he's not feeling well, so he's not going to be on the show. But we do have his votes for the awards. So we'll get into that in the big topic.
Yeah, we'll have a breakdown, let you know what we've got as we go through. We've got a master of ceremonies for us for that as well. So looking forward to getting to that in the big topic. So as we always do, we'll go through the main things quite quickly as we've got lots to get through. So first of all, going straight into card news this time round. Fresh, hot off the press in the last hour or so, I imagine, about an hour ago. Prism 2023, first off the line. A really, really low price, going for $291. What do you guys think of that? Do you think that is really low, or do you think that was about what we expected this time round?
I think for me, it's probably, I thought 400 to 350 would be the floor on it. I was surprised it wasn't.
Yeah, I think
if it would have hit the floor, I probably would have put a bit of cash the way to get it, to be honest, because you do get the extra two parallels with it, which are under like isn't it 11?
Yeah, it's quite low. It's low double digits, isn't it?
Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It went really cheap, I think, to be honest, considering it was probably double the price from last year.
And FOTL normally goes in every kind of sport, normally goes way higher than this. Like, I think the lowest I've seen it go is about 400-ish. So, a few people got a really good deal there. And I'll be honest, I was really tempted. 300 was my kind of limit, and unfortunately, I was driving home from work, so I couldn't get on there. But
it's really. I think obviously with the hype of last year, obviously we're expecting it to be higher, and obviously pre-orders for the boxes last year were through the roof, weren't they? And that really didn't stabilise for ages. So $291, a really good price, and you're getting actually quite close to normal hobby box price there as well, aren't you? Really? So
we can talk about numerous factors though that have caused it. I mean, the overinflation of last year, the fact that a lot of people were striped up with it afterwards.
The way it tanked afterwards is kind of probably is what people remember. Do you know what I mean? Most people remember, it started off really high, and then you couldn't get anything for it after that. So,
and oversaturation as well potentially. I mean, we've had a lot of Panini product out over the last year. So, and the last one was an expensive one as well. So people are still coming off that really. So I think there's a lot of factors there, and I can see why. But it's still surprising that their flagship product goes for, and their premium part of the flagship product goes for, I say a reasonable price, $291. It's still a fucking lot of money.
No, that's what I mean. Like, you're getting back into normal box price there, aren't you? Yeah.
It's not cheap. Like $291 is not cheap.
But theoretically, someone bought in at $291 and then gets a big card. Then you go, this card's worth 4 figures, and then you've got yourself a good deal. But you are right. At $291 is still a hell of a lot for a box card. So
yeah.
I mean, if you look at it from last year, I mean, regardless of it being first off the line, last year, and people opened their Prism up for $1.50 or whatever they paid for it. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, even if you hit a big card, you're still only getting about 600, something like that. Really, if you're getting a really, really big card, then it's astronomical prices. But if you're hitting, like, for example, an Undertaker out of 49, for example, or something like that, you're still only making 650 max out of it.
We've also got to think as well, like, you at a later date, you also bought those sparkle packs as well, which, okay, you got the other paras, you're getting that in the first of the line this time round in theory, aren't you? So, really good price.
And the Asian, the X-Fractors, weren't they? They came out as well. Out of 8, they came out end of last year. So. But it's all relative, I think, to be honest, though, isn't it?
So first of the line 291. We had a checklist planned for Prism this week as well, and we are going to be talking Prism again, obviously later on in the month when we get a bit more information and we get closer to release. But just initially, what do you guys think of the checklist? Is there anything there that jumps out at you, or are you more interested to see what it looks like beforehand? Really?
Go on, Chris.
I'm going to be straight with you guys. I've been really busy this week and I haven't had a proper look at it.
Hands up, neither have I. I've not even looked at all yet. So
the only thing I did see was there's some like image variations in it this year, or have I made that up?
Be cool if there is.
I just feel like I saw a list of guys like guys who've had a different gimmick and they'd kind of chosen. So The Rock, for instance, was Rocky Maivia, and X-Pac was 1, 2, 3 Kid. And do you know what I mean? It just seemed.
I think that's within
it's just
the base, But
right, okay.
But they have
spiced it up.
But they do have. I'm pretty sure. But so the underbox, you can get basically the specials. The special parallels that are going to be in the underbox are a lot of those basically.
Okay.
So me, Mark Callis.
Yes, this is what I mean.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Rocky Maivia's in the. So there's quite a few, and I think that is exciting, to be honest, that they're going to do that. So it did need a bit of a change from the previous year, really. My new Grail is in there. I saw Bron Breaker, Color Blast.
Oh yeah.
I might have to say Kidney.
I thought you was going to say a kid then.
Oh no, I can't sell Stanley. Not for Bron Breaker.
There are
no, I can't do it. No. I can't sell a child.
I've got 2. I could sell one. It's fine.
Yeah.
I feel like it at the moment as well, actually. So. One of them's trying to get in the room at the moment.
Banging that door down.
Yeah, it's going to be such a big card for me for the PC, and I will get it at some point, 100%. I'm not going to not get that card because it's going to be my new Grail.
But I think it will look really cool, that one, especially if they've got him in the jazzy. You know what I mean? If they've got him in one of his jazzy outfits because of the colours of the Color Blast.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, he goes with so many colours because he is so many colours with his leotard. Sounds very girly when you say leotard.
One thing I did notice, Dave, is one of your favourites is back in this year after a hiatus of a while. Emma.
With the
Hopefully
hands.
she's doing the hands. Yeah.
Hopefully she's doing some fucked up thing with her hands. Oh, she can fuck off.
I haven't.
Oh my god.
I've not had a proper look at the checklist. I had a quick skim through. The one that really jumped out at me. Again, obviously got the headbangers in there and stuff like that, but we've got a Juventud Guerrera also in this as well, which is something quite cool.
That is cool.
But yeah, I'll have a proper scan through later on. But yeah, I think there's some cool names in here this time around.
I think it's gonna be cool. I think it's a bit of a scale down from the year before, to be honest. But especially with the rookies.
Yeah.
I mean, Sol Rooker is probably the biggest name in there. She's and Ava, obviously. Ava Rain is in there as well, isn't she? But I'm looking forward to that. And Nikita gets her auto finally as well.
Yeah, and she's got a really nice auto, hasn't she? So let's hope it stays the same.
See if she doesn't change that.
Bit of a sidebar on that. Well done to Brian Lyons for getting Nikita's signature from the PC the other day as well.
Yeah, a little note as well.
Yeah, we definitely have to mention that. And keep doing that, guys. Don't go to airports.
Yeah,
just
let them do it.
Send it into the PC. Yeah, exactly. But no, it's a very inventive way of doing it. I think, to be honest.
Yeah, kudos, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you put it in front of them, but they don't have to do anything with it. It may never come back. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I think if you're willing to take that risk as well for a card, like, it's quite cool if you get something in the post. It's all good, really. It's like the old autograph hunters back in the day, you know?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
and it's nice to get a little note from them as well, and it does mean stuff to them. Yeah, I mean, you see that Nikita message back to
about the name. Yeah, I thought that was really cool,
and it was lovely.
Yeah,
it was lovely, especially she's laid up with an injury right now. She's got all the time in the bloody world doing a bit of rehab, but it's cool. It's good.
It's really cool.
Good idea. Sorry, I digress.
It's cool. So we'll move on to Leaf news. I think we're all a bit gutted about this. Leaf Wrestling 2023 should have been released mid-April, been pushed back to end of May. Currently sat on the 26th of May. So, sorry, boys, it's going to be probably June by the time we get this one now, Sally.
Yeah.
I kind of forgotten about it, to be honest. So.
Way she goes.
Yeah, so again, I think you can still buy blasters. I think anyone who's interested in Leaf, still pick up a blaster of this, but just expect it to be delayed now, so...
It's called Heroes of Wrestling.
Heroes of Wrestling, yes.
Leaf Heroes of Wrestling. So if you're looking for it, guys, that's the one to go for.
And
there's a lot of Leaf products.
There is a lot of Leaf products.
There's so much Leaf products, ridiculous.
Again, just slightly delayed on that one, sadly. So, just a couple of real quick notes as well. Again, AEW still got those delays on there, sadly. So we'll keep an eye on those AEW dates. Something I noticed last week, I don't know if you guys saw it ping up at all. The Premier League set, there was a leaked pre-release in China of the key card in the product was 101 Haaland was actually released. Did you guys see this, and what are your thoughts on it?
I wouldn't say that it was like a pre-release or anything, was it? It was just that the guy, wherever he got his box from, shipped it early and he opened it. He didn't wait until the actual time that he was meant to open it or whatever. But
okay. So I don't know the background behind it. I didn't know if it was leaked and pack in or the factory or something.
I think it was just like a day early that he got it and he just opened it or broke it straight away, sort of thing. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame that one of the cards that everyone's going to be chasing was hit before the release. It is not good, but
the way it goes in that case, isn't it? It's a good play for him, yeah. And then finally, we mentioned this on the pod last time around. We thought it was going to be new arrivals would be Taya Valkyrie, and she was the next day it went up live. Did you guys go in for this, or did you give this one a pass?
I got a trade on this one, so it was part of a trade that I did. So I didn't go in on any, but yeah, still managed to get one. Did you guys go in for this one? Not for Dave.
No, I bought one pack, but again, I'm not overly concerned about this. It's not like she's a massive name. I feel a bit like this, a bit like Madison Rain. It's kind of like one of these cards that you'll want to get as a completist, but it's not one that I don't think people are desperately going to be chasing, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
So, yeah.
The thing is, when the new arrivals are old talent, I don't want to call her old. I don't want to be disrespectful. Sorry, Margaret. But I don't want to be disrespectful, but the new arrivals for me, I would, if I'm going to go for it these days, it's a new talent.
I was going to say, would you go for it more if it was like actual rookies and this is how they did their rookies? Yeah. I think that'd be a good idea, yeah.
I think so.
Especially with the revolving door.
New rookies.
You know, they've got so many people coming through Dark and Elevation and, you know, people coming in for Ring of Honor and stuff. Like, you could do a hell of a lot of good things with this.
The thing is with the dark side, it's not a Star Wars podcast. Sorry, it's not. It's really not. On Dark, a lot of the people who are wrestling on Dark aren't actually contracted to the company.
No.
So it's only the ones that actually make it to the main roster. They're the ones that then get the cards.
So they couldn't do it anyway.
Yeah, good point.
So you've got a lot of people on Dark, but they're never going to get anywhere near these sets, sadly.
Yeah.
But maybe they should do. Cut them in with a bit of the profit on it, put a new arrival on it. You know, it's a way of doing it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, sadly.
So, yeah, no, again, I didn't go mad either. So, sadly, nothing much further on card side of things. Is there anything else you guys have noticed since we last spoke? Is there anything else that's cropped up you've got interest in, or...?
Negative.
There was a last night. I can't remember the name of the company. Gold Standard.
Yeah, I think that was the grading company.
That was the and they did a pre-order. I think it was 50 cards of. It was A and B, and there was 50 cards each of them, and it was Nikita Lyons, and there was a lot of questions about, well, how. Regardless of it being as part of the grading side of their company, and they said that it'd be no less lower than a 9, if that makes any sense. It won't be any lower than a 9.
Right.
So it'd be a 9 or a 10. But can you imagine if everyone got 9s and then the 10s went up for sale later? That'd be. There was a lot of questions about that.
Something a bit kabuki-ish going on here, I think.
There was questions about... I didn't see any answers to these questions. I didn't see the answer to a question of, well, how is she signing, even though she's actually contracted and she's, you know, with WWE, with Panini and stuff like that. So there was a lot of questions. I didn't see any answers to it, but who's to say it might be fine? But the cards themselves look quite nice.
The actual images are pretty cool. Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah,
that's a word for it.
What are the images from? Are they just like studio images, or they're like a new image that she's had done for the card?
Kinky shit,
to be honest.
Oh, is it?
It's just
Just filth.
Yeah, pure filth. They would fit into my PC quite well, but I'm not going to spank 100 on them.
And then get a 9 instead of a 10. So
yes,
you know what I mean.
And just something really quickly as well, just a quick plug. I don't know if you guys went into it. Pro Wrestling Junkies have got a sale on. I don't know if it ends before WrestleMania, but they were doing a 50% sale on everything in their general store. And I guess as we get to Easter as well, there's going to be a lot of, you know, Good Friday deals and stuff like that. So if anyone is looking for stuff, keep an eye on your Steel City collectibles and all these kind of card shops, because especially Mania weekend as well, you might be able to get some good deals across the weekend. So
I don't know any of their stuff, so maybe, but I don't know. I'll see.
Yeah. So
no, I don't know. I'll have a look. But they're very into their GCW.
Yeah.
Lot of blood. There's blood relics in there, isn't there? So
like their indie stuff is all blood. Like the GCW, but they had like a lot of on card always in their general store.
AEW stuff, yeah.
So I did have a good look earlier.
they had like official, like proper card autographs, and then like on card where they've been signed in person or whatever. But good prices, and yeah,
the 50% makes it well worthwhile doing.
Yeah,
50% off. Boom, boom, boom.
So
I'll have a look after we finish tonight.
Yeah,
sit in bed.
Yeah, there's no Sean Spears on there, sadly.
Spend money I should be spending.
So, cool. Okay, well, we'll move on from card news. I'm going to shuffle things up a little bit here. Going to go to Chris's Nook first and then to the stock up if you guys are happy with that.
Hey, mate, it's your week. You can do whatever you want.
I'll make up the rules as I see fit this week. So, yeah, let's go to Chris's Nook first.
Cool.
And then we'll do the stock up afterwards. So, Chris, do you want to head over to your Nook and open the doors for us?
Open the doors. Come in, boys. It's all ready to go.
All right, lads.
So, have we all had our cards? That's the main thing, isn't it? We've all got them in hand.
Yes. Oh, by the seat of our pants. Jesus, I was getting a little bit concerned with mine when it arrived.
Yeah, and like, thank you, Jamie, for sending Chris the Pogman on the front of mine, because my post lady went, "Here you go, Pogman." And I had no idea what the hell she was talking about. I was like, thank you. How did she know about my pogs? And then I saw on the front of the thing, oh, look, Chris the Pogman. So, yeah, appreciate that.
Chris the Pogman. I'm always interested, like, with addresses on stuff. Like, how far can you push it before it then doesn't arrive at the person? But Chris the Pogman arrived fine.
To work,
Can you imagine if you swore? Can you imagine if, like, to the cunt who lives in number 51? Can you imagine? Sorry, Margaret. But can you imagine? And it actually turning up. That'd be hilarious. Never tried it myself, to be honest. I should do it with my brother.
Maybe there should be a twist to Chris's Nook. Just send like outlandish addresses and see how close it gets to arriving.
God.
The
thing is, like, surely that if it's offensive or something like that, because they used to do it like on Live and Kicking. Oh God, there's a reference from our past. So it was a kids show for the Americans and people who are below us.
Like a Saturday morning kind of kids show.
Yeah. And I'm sure it was Live and Kicking, and they did. Like,
they used to do postbag. Yeah, they used to do that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but they did. There was like a competition of who could send like the less detail on it, and someone just put L and K. And nothing else, just L and K, and it still got to them.
That's crazy.
Mental, innit? Absolutely crazy. So there is something in that, but I don't know, offensive wise, how you can.
I might send an envelope with just your house numbers and a postcode and see if it turns up. Just nothing.
I think it probably would. Yeah,
it probably would.
Yeah,
it probably would.
So, that's something else.
The only reason you put a name on it is so if there's multiple people living in the thing, you know who.
We know who the Pogman is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we all our packages. Mine actually got searched by Canadian Customs, which is why mine took so long.
Oh wow!
I got it actually opened up, had a good rifle through, and actually put a little tab inside it saying that it had been searched. That explains why it took so long to get here. But yeah, all arrived in the end though.
Did the rubber glove?
I'll find out in a minute.
Yeah, surprise.
So the brief for this was something distracting, so something going on in the background. We spoke about it a few weeks ago. So how do we want to do this? Do we want to go one by one and open them?
Well, mine's fucking distracting. I've got Velveteen Dream on the back and the front.
Image variation Velveteen Dream there for you, Dave.
Is that an image variation?
You're welcome.
Wow. Should we all just open?
Yeah, let's do it.
Should we all just
open?
Dead air. Let's open. Dead air.
A little bit of dead air.
All right.
Well, I've got Nash Carter, so that's a good start, isn't it?
I think you'll like mine, Jamie.
I love yours, Dave.
Okay.
Yep, that's distracting.
Do we reveal?
Yeah, go on then.
Right, okay.
Wow.
Mine's boobs. Mine's boobs.
But I would say though, is it distracting because of the background? Is it the dog? Is the boobs the background?
The boobs are the background because this is Tori Wilson's
Chloe's card.
Chloe's
so this
rookie. Is Chloe Best in Show. So it's Chloe's card, but I'm not looking at Chloe.
No.
Oh, really good. I like that.
That's a boob.
That is really good.
I seem to have Johnny's face.
Double Johnny. Can you see the background, Jay? So Johnny Ace is on the Titantron as well as Jack Swagger's shirt. I just love his little face in the background.
Johnny.
I was there as well, man.
Oh, really?
I saw.
Oh, wow, there you go.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
28, man. I was in Mama.
Okay,
Johnny, what you get?
This is bloody distracting. We've got the world's largest American flag. Jesus Christ.
Jesus, yeah.
That is very distracting. I don't even remember that even happening.
That's half the fucking
It's 3/4 of the card, I think. Yeah, Jesus.
I wouldn't mind, but Cena's...
You can barely see Cena. It's Cena's card. You can barely see Cena.
Who is also holding a flag himself as well.
Oh, wow.
America. Thank you, America.
Jesus. It's not even like Independence Day. It's just like a random date in May. It's so over the top. Oh, that was really funny.
So I think, well, apart from us then picking them, why don't we just take pictures of them?
Just
stick them on the
group,
Facebook site. So we give the pictures over to Jamie. Jamie then puts it on the Facebook site.
We'll let the people decide.
Let the people decide, and
we'll announce a winner, and we'll announce a new. Whoever wins can then choose what we do next. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Do we want to vote now on between us or not? No,
I think let the public decide.
Let the public decide.
All good cards, though. Well done, boys. They were all very, very distracting.
That was very
and all $2.99.
So different as well. So different as well.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was very good. Very, very good. And as well, Jamie, it's a bronze.
It is a bronze. It's nice. Thank you very much.
It's a bronze. I couldn't get silver. Not in the UK anyway. I couldn't get silver, so you had to settle for a bronze.
I'm more than happy with that. Thanks, man. That's really cool. Nice. Good idea, Chris.
No problem.
There's boobs.
Oh, dear. Right, okay. Moving on then. Go through the stock up really quickly.
Titantron boobs and flag. Like, we couldn't be more different if we tried, right?
I think what amazes me is though, like, they're such random cards. Like, why the hell do they put these images?
These cards get made.
And who would even want, like, with yours, Chris? Like, who would even want a card of Chloe the dog? Do you know what I mean? It's just
no, but the distracting part, I would want a card of. So there you go.
Yeah, exactly, 100% there. So,
bit of a boob.
So right, we'll move on to the stock up.
Yes.
We progressed quite quickly within a couple of weeks. A little bit slower, but I think we're now getting to a good point. So, finished up last time having the AEW Gold base relic of the Blade. Done a trade for that one. And the trade for that was a Braun Strowman Slam Attacks table from, I think, 2015, I think, or 2016 Slam Attacks.
Yeah.
So Gordo picked that because he wanted something that was from ATP, which is what he got.
Yes.
And that has now gone its way to Canada. I have, in the meantime, done a trade for a Natalia Topps 2018 Auto out of 99.
Oh, nice.
With Mrs. Lloyd. No, not really. No.
Seriously, you should have it.
What's your next step?
So yeah, no, I've done a trade with that one with someone who isn't here tonight, and that is our boy Sam. So he's got on board with it as well. So he's done a trade with me for the Natalia, and I'm now up to a Rock and Austin iconic matches from W Superstars out of 25. So we've gone right down. Sam actually picked the Natalia. He said he wanted it for his PC. So a big jump. So we're now at out of 25 iconic matches from Superstars. So
nice.
really pleased. Yeah.
Considering this started on a base card.
Yeah.
This is escalating quickly.
So I'm going to keep an eye on this because obviously I said to Sam, like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, that's cool. So I'm really happy with that as a trade. And it's quite a high value sort of thing that I can work with as well, like to trade with other people. But it does make me think if I do get to a 1 of 1, I think I can actually keep working forward with this and sort of keep going higher than that. I don't think we need to stop at 1 of 1. I think we can keep going and going. So
What, like a fist though?
Yeah, potentially. So keep you updated on that, lads. But yeah, we have done quite well with the trades, and thank you to everyone who's taken part. So
yeah. Good times.
So if anyone fancies the iconic matches out of 25, Rock and Austin from WrestleMania 17, hit me up and get involved with the stock up. So that's where we're at.
Nice.
Sweet.
So we'll move on to our purchases, quite quick ones this week, because again, we've got a massive big topic this week with the Hall of Fame. We'll go through just some quick purchases that we've got. I'm going to mix things up once again. Lloydie, do you want to start us off with the purchases?
I have 3 different sections to cover, so I'll be trying to be quick as I can. Bron Breakker. Let's talk about Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker. So, Bron Breakker, select ringside, Asian Red Wave. Currently with Trav, will be over with me soon. Spent a little more money than I should have probably done on it, but ultimately, it's a lovely card, and I'm glad it's in the PC. I didn't actually have a ringside select of him, and I was kind of waiting for this. So when it came up, there was 2 that went on Yankee Bay and 1 sold, and I just thought I have to get the other one because I'd be kicking myself if I don't get it. So really nice card. Happy with that. I followed through, not in a poo way. I followed. I followed through with what I was going to. I said to you guys that I wanted to do this, so the Bron Prism rookie cards. So I got Ice, Silver, Red Wave, Hyper, and Blue out of 299.
It's a good,
nice,
all from Consi. I've already. So I've got the base and the red, white, and blue. I really of the non-numbered. I just need the green, which is
Blaster exclusive.
A bit trickier to get, I suppose. But and then it's just the numbered cards from the base anyway. So base parallels, what I say. So it's what I wanted to achieve. I've achieved it. Happy days. So I need to get those on Come See. Shout out to Logan Bryan, Card Attitude on ATP Bay. I purchased Bron Chronicles Noir out of 99. He did that as well. And what else did I get? I just picked up a Bron Chronicles rated rookie as well, just the base one. Nothing special.
I need to get that,
So there you go. That's a dent in Bron. I think I did quite well, to be honest. The only thing I really haven't got at the minute from Bron over the whole year is Immaculate. So I've got something of every set from him, basically. So, yeah, going well so far.
Nice.
Oranges, very quickly. Dolph and True from our mate Kiddle from Kiddle Flex on ATP Bay. They're just a concourse, but needed those. And also the Live concourse as well, which I think I got for quite a good price, to be honest. So that's really happy with that. Want to make a bit more of a move on the purple and oranges in the coming month. And the only other thing to cover was I did do a break last night / into this morning. Bruno sucked me in with his Immaculate. I did a late move on Bianca Belair, 2 case break. Got it for not a bad price, I suppose. And Scarlett.
Oh man, I thought this was going to be a big thing.
That wasn't
here.
where I thought this was going.
No.
So Liv and Charlotte came out. Of it, to be honest. So it's always, if you do case breaks, it always kind of centers around a couple of people. And if you get Bianca, you get like 2 or 3 cards from her. And yeah, nothing came out.
Is that
Immaculate was very racist against me last.
Was that the break that had like the bloodline for like $300, $399?
Yeah, so I think he did do what they call it. A filler for that, a mini, and I can't think of any of the bloodline that actually came out of the break.
Brutal.
So that is a big gamble, isn't it?
That amount of money.
Yeah, massive gamble.
It is a big gamble. It is a big gamble. Ironically, I didn't go for the Bron when it was available, and a Bron card did come up, but it was out of 99. It was an auto out of 99, but it had a black piece of the shirt. There was nothing on it. So I don't think I really want that in my PC. I'd rather either get a relic with something on it or just an auto. I wouldn't want a bit of black t-shirt on it, really.
No, definitely not.
So that was it. I've got a lot of Immaculate that I have bought, but I'll cover that next week.
Nice. Okay. Chris.
Go on, Jamie. You're telling us what we're doing. Who's next?
Okay. Go on, Chris. You go up next.
Cool. Yeah, not too big of a week for myself. So I've only got 3 things as well. Well, one of them's some singles, but start off with Slam Attacks Chrome, my favourite. Chrome. So I picked up a 10.
Just for a difference. Just for a difference, right?
Yeah.
Like,
a little bit of variety, yeah.
A little bit.
So I picked up a 10-card lot from my dealer, Mr. Dave Nagel.
That's so funny.
The biggest one of the lot is a to 10 black of Edge. And then just looked like a few coloured parallels and refractors I needed. So thanks to Dave, he always gives me the good brother price. And if you get a chance, check his Instagram out. He's started an Instagram. It's called The Horseshoe PC. And it's got all his...
I thought he was going to call it like Dave Bagel or something like that. Being funny.
But he's got a really good Big E collection. So if you want to check them out, give them a look. Then singles wise, I went on a little... These all cost me $5 a piece. So Bret Hart Prism Blue to $199 from last year. Chris Statlander, just a base relic. Jake Roberts certified green to $99. Sorry, Dave. I did send you a picture. And did you? I just thought everyone was ignoring me. And an Xavier Woods to 25 orange from Slam Attacks Chrome. But yeah, literally $5 a piece on those. So that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
And then the last one wasn't so much of it was a purchase from the last show or the show before, I think. Do you remember I said I bought 10 packs of SmackDown Chromium?
Yes.
So if you've checked out my YouTube video, the video is up there of me opening those. But I pulled, in my opinion, a really big card. I think the biggest, so it was an autograph. And I think out of the ones you can get, I think it's the best one to get, basically. I know the Hardys is their rookie and stuff, but I just think this one's a little bit more. So I bought the Big Boss Man. So Big Boss Man. I was just insanely happy with this, to be honest,
mate. And you should like that. Boss Man hasn't had any other autos. Obviously, there's been no die cuts, nothing like that. He's his only certified auto.
Yeah, that's it. So
and the fact that it's signed on the back as well, it's such a unique auto.
You need to get it graded, just protection. Because it's like both. But you can look at both sides if it's graded. You know what I mean? So you just
I just thought it was really fitting because remember my first 101 was the Big Boss Man. So yeah, it was just it was meant to be, and
that's your PC.
It is, and so going on from that, I picked up from Chronicles 2 Big Boss Man cards, $199 and $99. So I'm going to do something with them as well. Just try and pick up them when I can see them. They were like $1 each. So, but that's it from me. So
I do like that miserable bastard era of the Big Boss Man as well. Like that sort of hard nut Big Boss Man.
Yeah, man. Him and Al Snow. Didn't he eat Cook Al Snow's dog at one point or something like that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like a proper He cooked up Pepper,
didn't he? He was the enforcer, wasn't he? Yeah, Pepper, that was it.
And then obviously all the...
Do you remember when they hung him from the cage?
Yeah. Wow.
That was... Can you imagine doing that now?
Jeez. Or dragging the coffin through the graveyard with Big Shot riding the back of it. Like that whole era of Boss Man. Like I'll never forget the Rumble 2000, like where he refused to get in the Rumble. He was like just giving people the finger and stuff. And I just thought, great character.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, when he came out, was in like the Hogan era.
He's one of the first guys I remember.
But he was really young.
Yeah.
I mean, he always looked older than he was because he was a big guy, big guy. He's very tall. Like you don't understand, like him and Hakeem, who were the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
They were both really, obviously because they're called the Twin Towers, but I think they were both like 6'7".
He was a big dude, wasn't he?
And
but it was absolutely
like for me, that is literally the era or whatever of when I started watching kind of thing, and like he's one of the first guys I remember is the Twin Towers, and really happy with that.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And how many packs did you buy of that?
10. 30,
you just don't know, do you?
$35, yeah. So it was like $40 shipped, I think.
Yeah. You just never know, do you?
No, and even when I was opening the packs, at the start of the video, I say I was after the McMahon screaming in Austin's face one, and then the Vince holding up the Rock when he's got the World Championship. You know, they've all got their arms up. So they're the two, and I pulled them in the same pack, and it was like the same pack as the auto, or the next pack was the auto. So yeah, I was already like pretty pleased with what I'd pulled, and then to get that as well was insane.
I think because as well, they're like chrome stock. They're just like a normal card stock, so they hide really well in a pack. So you're not going to know you've got one.
No, that's it. And like I could feel at the back that it was a different. It wasn't chrome, but because I didn't know that the autos were just on normal ones. I kind of assumed it was like a checklist, or do you know what I mean? Some bullshit like an offer, or get $5 off this or whatever. So
yeah, the mate, really well done. yeah. So
big win.
Yeah, kudos to you.
Go on, Jamie.
So purchase for me this week. I'm going to start off with the sort of cheaper thing. So I made the decision to go after the rainbow of the Shocking Wins Jeff Hardy. So I started this on last episode, and I picked up a couple more. Yeah. So I picked up the out of 50, which I think is gold, for like just in a couple of bucks really. So I think about $3 or $4. I picked up the out of 99. And I've already got the out of 5, and I've got the base. So I just need the black, which I think is out of 10. And then I'm pretty much there with that. So yeah, cracking on with that. Done a bit of a purchase today on ComC. I don't know why, but I thought I wanted to pick up some Mark Henry autos, and I wondered how many autos Mark Henry ever had. Which ain't that many, I don't think, but I picked up the Goodwin Champions on card auto, which I think again is Leaf. I think it is the Goodwin Champions. And I was on ComC, and I picked it up for $9 on card auto of Mark Henry, and I thought, that's quite a cool card to have in the PC. So
can I ask you your questions quickly? Yeah. Did you get your wig split?
The what?
Did you get your wig split?
What's that?
That's his thing. Somebody's gonna get the wig split.
What are you on about? Jesus Christ! That was well obscure. Jesus, yeah, it was. Wig split.
I liked his Sexual Chocolate music. That was a good song.
That was good. I love Mark Henry. I was a big fan of Mark Henry, actually. I haven't got any of his stuff, but I think I will.
I think I become more a fan of him when they've done that biopic of him on the network, and like when he was in the Hall of Fame and stuff. Like he generally come across as like a nice geezer. He's just glad to be there.
Yeah.
So
I loved his. He's a vital part of AEW at the moment as well. So.
Yeah, a key component.
Yeah, it wouldn't run without it.
It's time. Enough talking. It's time.
God. Yeah, no, I thought I'd get a bit of Mark Henry.
Cool PC to start though. I like that.
Yeah,
it's weird though. Like with all the legends that they've come back with Panini, he hasn't really been part of it, has he at all? Yeah,
no, I think
he's too busy at AEW, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been pretty. Oh, yeah, it would have been after.
Yeah, but
he's in series 2 or whatever. Yeah, I think Jake was on like a pre-existing like deal or something, because I've asked this somewhere recently, and someone kind of schooled me on it.
Yeah, but no, Mark Henry,
Jarrett as well.
There's a few like on sticker stuff that he's had in the past, but like on card, like there's hardly anything. So I thought I'd get an on card one quite cheap, be quite nice. So
yeah, decent.
And then my sort of bigger purchase of the week, I picked up I'm going to call it a goodie box. There was a deal on Facebook. A guy was selling a few bits. I think he's just having a bit of a clear out, really. He sort of combined a few things that he had selling into one listing. And I took him up on the offer. So there was a base set of Heritage 2005, I think it is, in the whole base set. There was a part set of Championship Clash, a part set of one of the Topps Europe sets. There was a few singles in there, 5 packs of postcards, and one of the Kodak motion cards as well. So, quite a good bundle. And it filled up a jigsaw box, which is probably the most imaginative things I've ever had come through the door. But it done it in a jigsaw box. And it was quite heavy. So I'm going to sort of go through that properly and see what it was. But
and it was a good deal as well, wasn't it? You
really
got a
good deal
on it, yeah.
So
how good are the cards though?
Pretty good. I've not gone through them, but they're all in actual 9 card sleeves. So it looks like they've obviously come straight out of a binder, I think.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of that era. So I'm going to obviously go through and I'll top load the Heritage base set and sort of tidy through. I think the Championship Clash is only missing 2 or 3 cards. So I might pick up a few singles of those to make up as another set in the PC. Really, really, really pleased. So I do like those kind of things, but the actual postcards are still sealed. So I might not open them. I might keep them sealed.
Yeah.
So, but before we move on to the big topic, I was going to just mention your game cards. I saw you had your WCW cards come. How are they like?
They're so fucking cool. I love them.
They're amazing, aren't they?
I absolutely love them. I was obsessed with that game as a kid, so it was like, I love them.
Did you were they in good condition in the book, or were they sort of dog-eared or anything?
Yeah. So who is it? It's one of the ones that was on the corner. It was either Chris Benoit or someone else. Was a bit dog-eared. It's got a crease in it, but I don't overly care. Do you know what I mean? Not too fussed on condition. The ones I was bothered about was Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Sting, and things like that. And those ones are looking good. I was meant to mention this to Dave off air. You remember last week when we were talking about the graded cards, and you were saying, you were saying about how have these all got 9s and blah blah blah. But what I don't understand about grading and grades and stuff is I'm seeing these perforated cards get 9s and stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand that at all.
Well. I don't understand that at all. I've seen some old cards get 10s.
How is that? And with the perf, I just don't get it at all.
Because even if you use a razor blade, you're still going to get a dodgy edge on it, aren't you? You're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your big boss man to send PSA, and now you've got some perforated edges to send in. See what happens.
Yeah, Jesus.
You know what I mean?
Weird though.
Run it. Cool. Run it. Why not? It's worth 20 quid to find out. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no risk, is there?
Just on one maybe, but why not?
Yeah.
Probably, maybe a Hogan or something, but yeah, definitely. I mean, Jamie, I bought 2 sets and was kind of hoping that the ones that were a bit bent and stuff, I'd have a better version in the other set, but they're just the same. So maybe a problem with it in general, sort of thing.
Just in store. I think any magazine, if it's just in a stack, will get
20, 30-year-old magazine. Yeah, exactly.
I spoke to my dad yesterday, and he's going to ship a load of my stuff out over the weekend. So I'm hoping I'll get mine in the next couple of weeks. So I'll let you know how mine. Looks.
Definitely.
So we are going to move over to our big topic for this week, which is our very first annual Squared Circle Relics Podcast Hall of Fame.
It's now time for the Squared Circle Relics Podcast Hall of Fame 2023.
So again, we're going to be going through this in quite detail. We're also going to have a very special Master of Ceremonies for the Hall of Fame as well. So I was on the Nigel McGuinness commentary seminar a couple of weeks ago, and there was a guy in there called Walker Stewart, who He's a commentator down in the Deep South, so he does a lot of stuff with Booker T's Federation in Texas, a lot of the indies over there, and he just had a really good commentary voice, but also a very deep voice, which is perfect for these kind of like award ceremonies type thing. So we've sort of done a bit of a deal with him, and he's hooked us up with our intros and the nominees. And Lloydie, give us a little rundown of how you see this running and what the outline is of the Hall of Fame for this year.
So we're going to, let me just cover the first 8 categories. So between us, there was originally 4 of us. Obviously Sam's not here. But we were given 2 categories each and basically create 4 nominees within each category. Now, we're all going to vote on each category. If there is a tie, the person who created the category will get the ultimate vote if there is a tie. But ultimately, hopefully, there won't be a tie and we can all have a discussion and an agreement. So, let's get kicking, I think.
And no one insult their other halves and get a slap in the face, all right? We don't want none of that going on. We want to keep it friendly, all right?
Yeah.
So, cool. Okay, so let's move over to Walker in that case. And we'll go off with our first category.
The nominees for AEW sets are AEW Flagship Series 1, AEW Flagship Series 2, AEW E-Pack Match Dates Moments Series 1, AEW Spectrum.
So there we are, our first category then, AEW sets. Where do we want to start? What AEW set do you want to induct into the Hall of Fame? Who wants to get us going?
So I think this is probably the easiest one that we're going to cover because I really think that Flagship Series 1 is the best out of the bunch so far. It is a shame that, we had to cover AEW. It's just a shame that there hasn't been that many sets in the last 2 years, really.
Yeah.
But Flagship Series 1 is infinitely better than Series 2, in my opinion. 2 didn't really bring much to the table. E-Pack Match Dated Moment Series 1 was great, especially for the gold and the silvers. However, the achievements let it down a lot. And Spectrum, I think, is going to be a very underrated set, and I think a lot of people are going to be scrabbling around for those cards at a later date. However, it was very grey.
Battleship grey.
Battleship grey, yeah.
The thing is, like, Flagship Series 1 is not perfect. There was a lot of issues with it. There was a lot of quality control issues with it. We still have an open-ended discussion point with Upper Deck around their relics, right? Because some shit's gone on there. Some shady shit's gone on there. Nobody's actually addressed that. No. But ultimately, I think the design, maybe not so much the design of the magazine cards, but the base in itself, I think was really good. The parallels were really good. I think the photography was a bit off, especially with like MJF. Canvas were great. Jamie, I know you love the canvas.
Yeah, so I echo what you say there, Lloydie. Series 1, I think the hype was really good. I think the chase of it and trying to get all the different parallels is really quite cool. I'm still trying to go after all of it. A lot of unique things in there. Like I say, the canvases, the Wednesday in Action shadow boxings were quite cool. Series 2,
the finisher parallels,
and those again, like, people overlooked them originally, Series 2, I'm not really that keen on Series 2. I found it a bit wishy-washy and a bit samey. Match Dated Moments, again, like you said, the imagery is really cool. We had a couple of obviously rookies within that as well. The chase for the silvers and golds were good, but again, all the cock up at the end of last year, I think, has let that down. And Spectrum, again, there are some cool cards in there, but like you said, there is some weird shit going on with some of those relics, and even the autos and stuff. Some of them upside down and stuff, and there was like some quality control issues with Spectrum.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
There was. Excalibur wasn't Excalibur, was it?
No, exactly. No, it was either Uno, was he?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that anyway at the moment. So, Chris, what do you think?
I've not got good feelings towards Series 1 because I've opened a box and 2 blasters and I got fuck all. So it's like more of a personal thing. I can kind of understand what you guys are saying. And there was a lot of hype and, I was really excited for it. And I think before I was really talking to you guys, I got stung on a box where I paid a price and the guy cancelled it and on eBay and resold it for a higher price. So kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Series 2, I really like the images, but it's a bit too samey for me. Spectrum, I think you guys have spoken about enough, and I've seen boxes of it opened, and you're like, Jesus, like, do you know what I mean? You can get some real stinkers there. So
I've had one, mate. Yeah. I've had a right shit.
My favourite of these is match dated moments, and again, it's probably more of a personal thing because I've had good luck on there, and I just like the cards. The achievement part of it did let it down.
There was so much backlash to that, though, man. That was.
But I don't know if it's any worse than the quality control issues with Spectrum and Series 1 and stuff. So for me, I'm just that's how I feel.
That's fair play.
So
shall we vote?
Yeah. So just
vote.
So we've got them in front of us. Sam's vote for this. He went for Series 1. So that is where we're at. So I think ultimately, we're 3-1 in favour of Series 1 being the first inductee of the AEW wing. So there we go. First inductee, AEW sets, Series 1. Congratulations, Series 1.
Congratulations, Upper Deck, even though we slag you off sometimes. But
not as much as Panini.
Ultimately, I did like, if you look at that card with especially the base, the black of the base with the flash of colour on it, I think it's really nice.
So we'll move on to our second category. And our next category is...
The nominees for Relic cards are 2021 Slam Attacks Boneyard Dirt Relic, 2001 Fleer WWF Championship Clash Shane McMahon / Kurt Angle King of the Ring Trash Can Relic, 2001 Fleer WWF Championship Clash Stone Cold / The Rock WrestleMania 17 Matte Relic, 2002 Fleer WWF All Access Kurt Angle and The Rock Milk Carton / Shirt Relic.
So there we are then. Our next category. We've got 4 relics here then, from all different eras. Who wants to start us off with our nominees for the inaugural relic card inductee?
Go on, Jamie, you can do it.
Okay. So I'm going to have... This is a really tough one for me. I did
this. This is my category, by the way, and I did this specifically to fuck with Jamie's head because I know
and it
at
has.
least 2 or 3 are swirling. Yeah,
Jeez,
swirling
it is.
I think 3. At least,
I am actually. So,
well, between the 2 of you, own all of them.
3 out of 4. Yeah. So for me,
and I own the other one.
Yeah.
Dave owns the other one.
So for me, it's going to be the trash can relic all day long for me. I think the fact that the match is so iconic.
I'm surprised.
Well, the match is so iconic. The print run is, allegedly less than 38. It's a cool image. Again, it's from that King of the Ring street fight. It does everything about it. And of course, I love Championship Clash. I would go for the WrestleMania 17 matte relic, but again, it's unnumbered and there could be hundreds of them, and we still don't know actually what part of the canvas is and stuff. You just don't know, do you? The milk carton is very cool. I think what lets that one down is I don't feel that the image itself, okay, it's cool having the milk carton. It would have been cool to have something else that was from that scene. So maybe an Austin shirt or something else that was related to that Kurt Angle milk thing. I think just having The Rock, this doesn't match up with the actual relic itself. That's the only thing that lets that one down for me. But there is a little note for the Boneyard Dirt Relic in that it was an ATP Boneyard Relic. And the reason I haven't gone for it is because I bought shitloads of that product and never got a single one.
However,
I was in Sainsbury's weighing
fruit
things.
Scales, weren't you?
When it was on sale on Euroshop, I spent about 80 or 90 quid on like loads of tins and didn't get anything. So, for me, it's got to be the King of the Ring trash can. Sorry.
I will segue to this because you did bring that up, and I will reiterate our credo on this podcast, and that is that we do, if something UK comes up, we do go to that thing. That is our credo. However, I'm going for the milk carton.
Oh.
Do you know what? I was as well, but Jamie's just talked me out of it because he makes a point. And one thing I saw this week is a guy graded loads of these types of cards. Yeah. You see that? And he got a 6 on the milk carton. And he said he thinks it's because the milk carton relic itself has a crease
from the carton.
Do you know what I mean? Like from the actual milk.
But for me, that doesn't mean anything.
And he was but
I wouldn't get it to grade it or anything like that. For me personally, I think it's so unique.
No. It's very, especially if you get the one with the cows'
you're never
udders on
get
it.
Anything
you know what I mean?
kind of like in that ilk again. Trash cans, you will. Maybe dirt. I think potentially if they do another like, you just never know.
Casket,
I think exactly
of buried alive kind of thing.
Matt Relic. It's a big match, but at the end of the day, it's a Matt Relic.
Yeah.
That's the way my mind thinks. I just think this is so unique to have. And the uniqueness obviously comes within those variants of the milk carton as well. I just don't think you can ever see anything like it again. And it was our number 1 in our relics, I believe, when we did top 5.
Oh, throw that one in there.
I think it beat
the
trash can. Yeah, it did.
However, Jamie, it is personal choice, and I can see why you've gone for the trash can.
So
before Chris votes, I will just throw this in there because I know obviously the votes from Sam, and Sam has gone for the Stone Cold Rock WrestleMania 17 Matt Relic. So at the minute, we are tied. We're tied at 1-1-1-1-1. The only one that doesn't have a vote is the Boneyard.
I noticed that a minute ago.
So the only way is if you vote, are you going to vote Boneyard?
Boneyard.
The thing is, though, if you vote Boneyard, then my vote would be
I don't know.
What basically
happens?
The milk carton would win, basically.
Okay, well, I'm probably going to stick with the milk carton because that was my initial choice, and you've kind of both swayed me in either way, and now I'm back to where I started. So yeah, milk carton for me. I'd love to own that. By the way,
that's the thing. That for me is as well. Like, I'd love to own both those cards. The Matt Relic, not so much, but the trash can and the milk carton, I'd love to own both those cards. Yeah. But if I had the choice,
very, very cool.
Milk carton all day.
And don't get me wrong. Like, my argument there was to sway you towards the trash can. I do love that Kurt Angle milk carton card. Yeah. I think there's so many variables with it. Sadly's not as many rock variables with it, but the milk carton comes in so many colours, stripes, there's pictures of cows, there's the word milk, there's just so many random stuff, you know. And it's never been done again. Like, there was no other milk carton things at all in that era. So it's
really, a close run thing, man. It is a close run thing. I really think when I wrote this out, I was like, this could go either fucking way. And when I saw Sam's vote, I was like, this is going to go down to the wire because I know that I thought that you would go trash can, and I thought I'd go milk, but I didn't know where Chris was going to go. So it's an interesting one.
It is. I think as well, like you say, that WrestleMania 17 Matt Relic, it is, it's the biggest main event from what was the biggest WrestleMania of its era, if not still today, isn't it? So
it's huge. It is huge. I mean, that was the top of our Matt Relics that we did.
Yeah, 100%.
So that was, obviously it had a place on the nominee table. Special shout out to Eddie Kingston's cock as well. I didn't put it in.
Well, I think
freaking rude. Didn't put it in.
The relics, obviously, there are so many, and you've obviously gone through your huge list of all the different relics. But yeah, I think we'll have more and more relics in here. Maybe we'll have bigger categories of it next year. But for an intro, I'm happy with that as a first inductee. So let's move over to our next category. You
own an inductee card. There you go.
I do. Hall of Fame inductee.
Well, we all kind of own one with AEW Series 1, but specifically.
So yeah, over to Walker, and we'll do our third category.
The nominees for WWF and WWE sets are WWE Fleer Royal Rumble 2002, WWF Comic Images SmackDown Chromium, Topps WWE Chrome 2015, Fleer WWF Championship Clash.
So we are then our next category. 4 sets here, which I kind of have a lot of love for, more so than others. Full disclaimer, this was the category that I was asked to put together as the nominee. So, should I start us off with my arguments for them, and then I'll let you guys listen to my arguments for. So let's break them down one by one. Royal Rumble, again, everyone knows why this is a big set. I think people tend to love the rookies of Lesnar. You've got Orton, Batista, Cena. If you wanted to do a push, you've got Tommy Dreamer's rookie in there. So all these sorts of guys, Again, it's a big set. I think it's at end of the invasion. There's a lot of good cards in there. For me personally, I think the chase of some of the other cards within that set are really quite tough to get. There's some relics which are really rare. I think like 1 in 148 packs. There's some real cool gimmick match dual relics in there, which are quite hard to get. And one of my favourite cards that I own is a Jeff Hardy Undertaker dual relic. It glows in the dark, and it's a damn cool card. So that's cool. One of the Royal Rumble arguments for me. Yeah. SmackDown Chromium, the first ever Chrome set. It is really cool. It lights up. There's so many different colours through there. They really pop. And as Chris has autographs in it.
We can confirm. We can confirm.
Sorry.
And it's really cool. And there's additional cards in there that wasn't in the original SmackDown set. So it is just generally a cool set. So yeah, really wicked. Chrome 2015, I think, is a bit of a sleeper set of all of them. I think in time people will go after this 2015 set when everyone's had enough of 2013, which seems to be the in set to go after. For me personally, I think the Atomic Refractors that I've been chasing for years and years is a really hard chase. There's quite good parallels in there.
They've got X Factors in there as well, haven't they?
X Factors are in there, yeah.
Yeah.
You've got Hogan autos in there. You've got Alexa Bliss's rookie auto. You've got early Charlotte's in there. Just a really cool set, and again, one that you can't really find on the open market now if you want to try and get sealed wax of that. And then without
spending a lot of money,
a hell of a lot of money indeed.
Good luck, yeah.
And then the final one for me, Championship Clash, again came out at the peak of the invasion, 2001. Got a lot of WCW, ECW, and WWF guys. Has all those relics in, as we said a minute ago about the WrestleMania 17. You got the trash cans, you got steel chair relics, which again were really the first time we had those kind of weapon sort of stuff within relics. The images are quite cool. You've got Stephanie McMahon's rookie auto. You got Trish Stratus's auto in there. You've got a lot of cool stuff in that set. So yeah, Championship Clash, big fan of that set. So that's my argument for them. I think I'm going to be throwing my vote in for Championship Clash.
Okay. Go on, Chris.
Okay. I hate Royal Rumble set because of the design. I love the people. I love the rookies, and
what a lead, man. I hate the design, man.
There's a lot of whiting on the set as well. Stinky. Because there's a lot of black border cards. There's a lot of whiting on cards.
Yeah,
it doesn't hold up.
AEW Series 1.
Yeah, I have noticed that
a lot. Like quite similar with the black and stuff like that. but that looked quite
Not
stylish
black,
compared to this. The Royal Rumble's just all over the place, I think.
No. Obviously, I've made my feelings quite clear about Chromium. As I said, the reason I bought the 10 extra packs is because I opened one pack a few weeks before and really liked it. Definitely a cool set. Chrome 2015, I don't feel like I know enough about. I haven't looked into it enough, but I do really like Topps Chrome, as we know. And again, as Jamie's just said, there's lots of cool stuff in there. And then Championship Clash, it's something on a personal level I've not had a good experience with. Just opening packs, I've opened quite a lot of these packs and I've just not had a good time doing it. I just kept getting like the exact same pack over and over again, which bugs me. So my vote is going to be for Chromium.
Well, we do have a pickle,
Dave,
because Sam's vote is for SmackDown Chromium. And this is my least favourite, and I've been struggling with this. I had made a decision before we came onto the show. So we have 2 votes for SmackDown Chromium. We have 1 vote for Championship Clash. The reason that I'm struggling with it, and I'll be very open and honest, I'm not emotionally connected really to any of these sets. I have cards from all of these sets. However, I don't think I've got anything from Royal Rumble 2002, actually. But it is a tough one because the obviously the bottom 3, SmackDown Chromium, Chrome, and Championship Clash, I think they're very good sets. However, what I chose before I came on was Flair WWF Championship Clash. So that makes it 2-2, and it's Jamie's
and this was
category.
Jamie's.
So Jamie, that's the one that goes in.
Well, I am more than happy with that. I adore that set, and I'll bang on about that set all day. I think people don't give it the credit it deserves. So yeah, I'm happy with that going in. So yeah, probably a lot of people won't be very happy that it's the first one.
I feel bad.
No. Because I agree with, like, obviously there's the Steph auto and there's the Trish auto, and they're some of the really, like, the actual auto on card is insane, and it's something I'd love. Yeah, it's just there's an eBay seller. I don't want to go into that. Yeah. And he's obviously opening the packs and, you know, doing whatever, and he's currently selling this exact set.
I do like
you know, whatever. That's why I've had the same packs, I think. So it's just, you know, left a bad taste in my mouth.
The reason why is that I keep coming back to that set, and there's so many layers that I keep coming back to that with that set. They just isn't with Chromium for me. So
I think the thing as well is, like, we've just had the discussion about the relics, and we've had lots of those relics appear before on the set, and I think as a whole set, I have no issue with that being number 1 and going in as a first inductee. So.
But shout out to Chrome 2015 as well. I mean, that as a newer set, obviously all the other sets are. I mean, that's such that has bangers for days in it. You know what I mean? So,
well, I think you were really surprised by that Rock Atomic when I sent it to you, like how the colours popped in that. You know?
Yeah, really cool, man. I've got X Factor Brock that I'm hunting currently as well. So really cool.
You never know. Another year it may be in there. So
yeah.
Cool. Right. Let's go over to our next category. There is something I want to mention about this category when we get into it, but we'll hand over to Walker and he'll lead us through.
The nominees for Worst Card Image are Monty's Gum, 1986, Hulk Hogan versus Muhammad Ali. TNA TriStar 2008 Mike's Magical Moments Sporting Superstars. Topps 1993 Wacky Wrestling The Undertaker Why Do I Always Do the Washing Up? WWE Topps Road Mania 2017 The Undertaker Base Printing Plate.
So, nominees then for Worst Card Image. First of all, have you all checked and seen these card images, or do you want to just have a quick chat? You've all Googled them, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the benefit of people who haven't seen them, I'll just give you a quick rundown of what they look like. So Monty's Gum 1986 Hulk Hogan versus Muhammad Ali is an image of someone's hands choking Rocky from the Rocky films. There's no Hogan on there or Muhammad Ali, and it's a mental card. So yeah, very, very bizarre. But yeah, Hogan and Muhammad Ali. Mike's Magical Moments. You may remember it from our one of our first things actually as the worst card image is Mike's balls. All the balls.
Mike's balls.
Mike's balls.
Nothing but balls on the back. Nothing about wrestling. Not even sporting superstars is what the card should be about. It's just Mike rambling on about any old shit.
Mike's magic balls.
Mike's magic balls. Tops 1993 Wacky Wrestling. The Undertaker, what I always do the washing up, is literally Undertaker like doing his trademark pulling on the glove, and it's just the usual crap you get from Wacky Wrestling. Pure Wacky Wrestling. I think you could pick any of those cards as worst image, but that has done it. And then the last one, we have Topps Road to WrestleMania 2017, as we heard from Walker. Undertaker base printing plate. This is a printing plate which is blank. There's nothing on it. There's not even, you can't even read the bit underneath at the bottom. It is just, there's probably quite a few bad printing plates, but this is the worst I've ever seen.
There are.
Like,
there's a few TNA ones.
We talk about like the yellow teal. They're pretty bad. Some of the AEW ones lately have been absolutely terrible with the yellow as well.
Ugh. So where do we want to start? Lloydie, you start this one.
Well, should we? I will start with me and Sam because we've both voted for the same thing. Because I know he's voted for the Topps 93 Wacky Wrestling Undertaker, and I voting the same. I hate and love that set at the same time. I love the fact that it actually does exist, but if you could have put any of the cards, then I probably still would have voted for any of those cards. Someone had curry last night and stuff like that, sniffing their asses. Basically, it's just terrible. Every single one of those.
The whole thing sucks, doesn't it?
It's terrible. It's just horrible 90s humour from across the pond. I know they're Irish, but like the other pond, same pond, different island. But yeah, just not for me. And I'm sorry, Jamie, for giving you the worst card images. Behind the curtain, I did give these out, and I just thought we have to do it, but it's such a stinky one because there's so many just dross out there. So I like the fact that you came up with the Undertaker printing plate. I've forgotten about that one actually. Really good one, but for me really and obviously Sam, it's Wacky Wrestling 93. Okay,
I'm gonna put my vote in here. I am not going to do the Taker Wacky Wrestling. I would, if we to have a worst set category, I would then put that through as an inductee of the worst set. I think the whole set is so bad, I don't think you can pin it down to one card. And I wouldn't think that's fair. So I'm going to put true. On this occasion, I'm going to be putting through Mike's balls.
And it was number one as well. It was number one as well on when we did the worst cards.
And it's my selection as well as Mike's balls. So
they're all
these are all terrible cards. So good choices, cards. Jamie. Well done.
And again, with that Monty's Gum set, I think the whole set has gone down in history as having so many bad typos and all sorts of things wrong with it. There's things I know, like the Junkyard Dog, spelt JOON Yard Dog and stuff like that. So it's just a real bad set. So. Okay, so we're 2 for 2. So Sam, you said Sam voted for Wacky Wrestling as well.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So it's an easy decision because it's your category. Oh, so yes. Magic Mike goes in.
Magic Mike's balls goes in as worst card image. Fine, his balls are in there.
If we see a spike in Magic Mike's balls sales over the next couple of days on eBay, this is going to be fucking amazing.
Is this Mike Tenay's first inductee to any Hall of Fame as well?
I'd fucking hope so.
Poor old Mike Tenay.
You should send him a message. Do one of your Instagram things, man, and send it across to him.
We should do like the PWI thing. Send a like wooden plaque over to
him.
You know what I mean? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so we'll move over to our next category. So we'll go over to this, and we'll crack on with this next set.
The nominees for TNA Impact sets are 2004 NWA TNA Pacific, 2008 TNA TriStar Impact Cross the Line, 2012 TNA TriStar Relections, 2012 TNA TriStar 10 Aetius.
So there we are. Then we're into our next category. Then something I know a little bit about is the TNA cards. Not a great expert in them. A bit like you, Lloydie, I guess, with the earlier WFWE stuff. I have got a few cards through them. Chris, do you want to start us off with this topic?
Okay. No, I do not. No.
So let's full disclosure here. So Sam obviously was going to be here, but he's ill. So he's clearly, like he's displayed, he knows his Shark Boys and he knows his Curryman. So he knows his TNA. So last night I'm like looking through and just kind of refreshing myself for this. And I'm like, should I have a look into TNA sets? No, I think I was just like, I haven't got time, and I'll let Sam tell me all about it. So thank you, Sam. No, I do know. I know enough about what's in them. So I would probably go for the TNA Pacific one, just because of the on-card autos and the signees that are doing them.
Do
so
quite quickly this one,
but
TNA Pacific for me as well. It's solely the other sets are great, but it's solely because the rookie cards in there, they're amazing.
Yeah,
I mean AJ Styles more so. I know CM Punk is obviously in there, but AJ Styles rookie card for me in there is an amazing thing, and I don't think it gets the love it deserves.
No,
not really.
I think you're quite right. I think again in there, so you got these rookies. TriStar were all sticker autos, whereas this was all on card autos. You've got Dusty, you've got Piper, you've got Jeff Jarrett
on card. Yeah.
Is it Hardy Race? I think it's got an auto in this set on card as well. I think there's some big names in there. I think anyway. I can't remember.
It's a very big set, and
you got me at Dusty.
There's nothing
Roddy.
wrong with the other sets. The other sets that have got there's some really
there's
really
some cool cards in there
them.
As well. Yeah,
really cool stuff. It's just the
really cool
blue
stuff
pens. It's just a bit shit, but there's some really great stuff in there, and there's some really cool relics in Tenacious as well and stuff like that. So, but I think, is this going to be a clean sweep with Pacific? Because I can't see it going any other way.
No,
Pacific.
Yeah. What did Sam?
I think I've also got a little bit of a PC, not on this particular set, but I don't know if Pacific went bust or if I got it from TNA's store online or something. But when I was a teenager, I actually bought an offcut of all the matte canvas that they had left over. So I've got that just like a random cut up piece of canvas, and it came from this set. But I've got no like authenticity with it. I just remember buying it from a TNA store somewhere. So
that's cool,
there's a bit of a chase with this as well. There's like a base, a gold, and a red parallel with this as well. So again, it's a really cool set. So clean sweep. I think that goes straight in for the first TNA set. And again, a lot of rookies from Stars of Today, isn't there?
Yeah.
So nice. Okay, then. So we'll move over quite quickly to our next category. Again, this may be a bit of a tough one, but we'll see. So over to Walker for our next category.
The vintage nominees are 1982 All-Stars Hulk Hogan, WWF Tops 1987 Bret Hart, 1982 All-Stars Ric Flair. WWF Merlin Classic 1991, The Undertaker.
So our then next category, this one's going to be a bit more tougher, I think. So
should we let Sam lead it off?
Yeah, get Sam's vote in now.
It's Sam's one still, isn't it? So Sam's category. So Sam went for WWF Tops 1987 Bret Hart. So I was a bit shocked by that because obviously he's ill. He didn't give me any reasons behind it, but I was a bit shocked because I thought he would. I do know his love for All Stars, obviously. So I thought he would go down that route.
Big Bret guy, though, he didn't. So
he's a big Bret guy, though. But I was a bit shocked. But
I feel like he's got that Bret Hart rookie signed as well, hasn't he? I think he has. Yeah,
potentially.
So very cool.
It's an ATP card as well, isn't it? It's an ATP set. The Bret Hart. 87 is that 87?
Not the 87. No.
There was Tops and there was it O-Peachy and I think the Australian.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Australian, but Tops was the American one.
Yeah.
So okay, so we've got one vote for Bret.
We have.
I'm gonna stick my neck on the line and go for Taker 91. It's a card that Taker doesn't sign without a premium. Everyone wants to get a good condition one. And it's an ATP card.
Man.
It's like a month's rent or something.
Jesus, honestly. And again, it's an ATP card, isn't it? That Merlin set. So it's got to be. No disrespect to the other two. They're both banging cards to have, and I know people want them as holy grails, and there's a lot of cards in that entire set. But a bit like we said earlier on, I think as an entire set, All Stars should go in as a set over it's some individual cards. But who wants to argue against all four?
I'll go next and say I have to go, even though I have some problems with the 82 All Stars set because of the legitimacy of it, because it shouldn't have really existed. We've covered this before, right? So, but I have to go with the All-Stars Hulk Hogan, even though Bret is pretty much my true love, said to me. If I think of vintage cards, that Hulk Hogan is the first card I think of in my mind. Bret is the second card I think of in my mind, but Hulk Hogan, that card specifically, it's Hogan yellow. It's very known as being, the ultimate rookie card for Hulk Hogan, basically. They're very hard to get. They cost lots of money, especially to get good ones. There's a lot of fakes out there. And I'm pretty sure Trav would actually kill me if I didn't actually go for Hulk Hogan. But I think if you look at any of these, I'd say Hogan, Bret, and Undertaker. I could easily vote for any of these and not be wrong. So I have to go Hulk Hogan.
Cool.
Hogan for Lloydie. Chris.
So we're one apiece right now.
Bret Hogan.
Hogan.
So for me, I kind of get what you're saying, but it's not my Hogan is what I think of every time I look at this card. And I get the importance of the set and the money. Like if I had the choice between the Bret rookie and the Hogan 82, I choose the Hogan 82 for monetary reasons. But if I just based on which card I prefer, it's got to be Bret. It's the year I was born. It is one of the first sort of wrestling cards that I remember. Like my next door neighbor had some of these, and would never let me have any, or buy any. So yeah, for me, it's Bret.
Everyone wants that card, right? And the testament of time is everyone looks for that card. Nobody looks for the Shawn Michaels rookie card, right?
And you've pulled this one, haven't you? You've pulled this one recently,
in the box I opened. So,
and I theoretically via Trav, I pulled one.
Okay, whatever.
Because he gave me one that he pulled.
Yeah, so Brett for me.
So fine, okay.
It
So
wins then.
Brett goes straight in, and again, if it had come down to a tie break, it was Sam's category, wasn't it? The vintage.
So it would have been Brett anyway.
So it would have gone through. So there you go.
But you would have had to vote for Taker for it to be a 1-1. We still haven't had a 1-1-1-1
I would have had to vote
yet.
for Ric Flair, wouldn't I? Yeah.
Oh,
Woo!
yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ric Flair. Sorry.
That's never going to happen.
Shame
no,
poor Rick
sorry.
didn't get a vote, but no.
Sorry, Rick.
Sorry, Rick.
Cool. Right. Let's move on to our next category. Again, I think we'll probably whip through this one quite quickly. But here are the nominations that we've got for WCW.
The nominees for WCW sets are WCW Impel 1991, WCW Tops UK 1992, WCW NWO Tops 1998, WCW Tops Embossed 1999.
WCW. Down south, Southern Wrestling. Right. Who wants to start with this one? Do we go?
It's my category.
Yeah.
So this I found quite hard actually, because there are a couple of other sets that could have easily made it into this. Because main event 95, I think. Because I chose the ones that I wanted to choose. So Impel 91, I quite like the jazziness of the design
Saved by the
of
Bell
Impel
look.
91. It looks like Saved by the Bell or like an arcade carpet is what I think of.
That is definitely arcade. The 92 is Saved by the Bell. Impel is...
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
Carpet.
And obviously there was in 91, there was two sets out. There was the CM Championship Marketing ones, which arguably have a better roster, better people in it and stuff, but I just wasn't sold on the black border and I just feel like the Impel deserved to be in there.
Yep.
92 Tops has, the Diamond Stud rookies and the error cards, and there's like Chalky actually sent me a different error card from that set that I'd never seen the other day. I think it was like a Sid Vicious one, and it's Barry Windham. Yeah, so I hadn't even seen that. But again, I've written down jazzy design, looks like Saved by the Bell. Reminds me of Toys as well for some reason. Don't know why. And then, so 91, 92, then 98 Tops, the one with the autos. So, on a personal level, for me, it was a big set. It was one I collected as a kid. I used to go to a place called the Farm Shop and go and buy packs for the Nitro Girls. But you could also get autographs, and as we know, Tommy pulled one from the ATP group, so sentimental there. And then the last one, the 99 embossed, again, autos in that, and the card stock is really, really nice when you have it in hand. Very nice. So, and I would say obviously the main event one, 95, it's got the Steve Austin rookie, but I hate that that's his rookie because he looks, it's not Stone Cold, is it? Do you know what I mean? And I feel like the design on that one is just a bit a bit too like kid-like for me.
No, I get you.
So my pick is the WCW Tops 98. You guys?
Oh, well, you can say that as well.
How you feeling?
So Sam has gone along with this, so you have 2 votes.
Cool. Boom.
So mine would have been WCW Tops. Well, mine is WCW Tops UK 92. UK set gets my vote. I love that set. I've got it 3 times. I have 2.5 times or 3 times over, and I recently got the Steiners to sign a couple of their cards on it. I love the set. Scott Hall, obviously, the Diamond Stud. His rookies in spades on there, so I do need to get a lot of it PSA, to be honest, because I think it's definitely one to keep. Impel, not for me. I just never liked Impel. I prefer, you said the black border one. I prefer the black border one than that. So.
No, I'm the opposite. I like the jazzy.
NWO. Embossed, but NWO, I can see why, obviously. But there's certain cards in there for me that I love. not necessarily the whole set. So that's why. Jamie?
Okay, so I'll start from my least. So Tops and Boss 99, I actually had a few packs of these fairly recently, actually. They don't really shelve very long. They're all stuck together. It was a bit of a bloody mess when I opened up the pack as well. They haven't really aged very well.
Really?
So yeah,
Gluey mess.
Oh, see, I've got a whole set of these, but I bought it as a set, and they were all in really nice condition, and like, you know, none of them stuck together.
No, this was already in a pack, so maybe just when it's in a pack, they've been stuck. But
maybe it's where it's stored as well.
I've got a pack behind me actually.
Oh,
should we open it?
Impel 91. Love the design. Picked up a set myself fairly recently. Tops 92. Not really had much with it. Again, like you say, that's got a whole rookie and stuff like that. But for me, it's got to be Tops 98. I think auto wise, I don't think you can beat that as a checklist. It's one of the all-time great card sets, and I think it's got to go in as the first WCW set in the Hall of Fame. I think people obviously imitate it now and try and do their own versions of it, don't they? And people are still after that chase. Like you see these Macho Mans turn up, or these, like we said with Tommy, with like the Kurt Hennig. Like people want these cards.
Kurt Hennig one,
yeah. I think that's got to be my vote.
Sweet.
So yeah,
and it goes.
And it goes Tops 98 in the Hall of Fame. Right, nice. So let's go over. We've got just a couple more categories to go through. So we'll move over to our next one. So we'll see you after this one.
The nominees for autograph cards are WWE Topps 2021 Chrome 5 Timers Club number 5 of 5 Booker T 5 Timers autograph. WWE Topps 2021 Fully Loaded Dude Love autograph. WWE Panini 2023 Immaculate Stone Cold Steve Austin All-Time Greats. WWF Championship Clash Divas Private Signing Stephanie McMahon Helmsley.
Right. Okay, so this was quite a tough one, I assume. Was this your category, Lordy?
No.
Oh, Chris's. Okay. So how did you find this, Chris, putting together this little list?
Really hard, because it's all, do you know what I mean? It's all personal, like, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone can like different stuff, and I just was trying to go with stuff I know we all agree on to a degree, and I opened this one up to you guys actually, and it was one of your suggestions that I put as the last one. But yeah, really tough, this one, really tough.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to start us off with who they're picking?
Go on, Jamie.
I'll start off, yeah. So I'm gonna mix this up. I was gonna go for one, but I've since changed my mind during the conversation because I was gonna go for this Stephanie McMahon Divas private signing card, but we've inducted the set, and as a result, I'm no longer picking it. So I'm gonna mix things up a little bit, and I'm gonna go for the 5 timers 5-time Booker T card. Purely because it's the Squared Circle Relics key card, isn't it? It's been what's been the glue for many episodes. It's been a talking point for many episodes. It's been achieved. I think as a first time inductee, I don't think there's no shame in that going in over any of these cards.
You're making me cry.
It has brought worlds together. So yes. Yeah, 100%. I'm going to now go for the 5 timers club. So there we go.
And I'm going to cut in here and say that's what I've got as well, because for the exact same reason. I really like the Stone Cold Immaculate, the beer can smashing, and I get that it's, rare card or whatever, expensive card, but it just doesn't top the 5 times, does it? No. I just don't see how we could put anything else in other than that.
Guys,
this is where Dave cry. Says, I'm
going against Stephanie McMahon.
Dude love.
No, so Sam has gone for the 5 timers club, so it's in. So it's got 3 votes. So I'm just a bit shocked, to be honest. No, of course I would have gone for it. It's like choosing your kid against other people's kids. Like, there's no way I was going to do that. You know what I mean? Like,
and we all love your kid.
Way. Yeah,
we all love your kid.
So, it's thanks, guys. But obviously,
thank you for bringing this into our lives. We wouldn't have known this without you, dude. So
it was crazy. It's been a crazy ride. I didn't think when you put it on there, I was like, I knew it wasn't like a rib or anything like that. I was like, okay, cool. Obviously, it's a bit awkward because obviously I own the card, but and it's the only one of that card, right? So that's what makes it even more special. Yeah. So no, I feel honestly quite teary actually because it's you know how much it's taken for me to get this, so it's like it's quite a big thing. So thanks guys. It's really cool. Really, really cool.
And that was kind of your acceptance speech there as well. You've accepted.
Yeah. Thank you, Booker T. Thank you, Booker T. Thank you. Without you, there would be no card, right? So,
and you want to thank your God. You want to thank all those kind of people as well. That's what you tend to do in acceptance speeches. So,
I can do it 5 times if you want.
So a worthy nominee going in there. So.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
100%.
Right. So we'll move over to
before you do. I thought you would have gone for the Dude Love.
Who, me?
I thought both of you would have gone Dude Love, to be honest.
Well, I own the Dude Love, but I prefer the 5-time. Yeah, the story behind it and the fact that it's the 5 of 5.
Yeah, I don't think there's any argument there, Lloydie, at all.
It doesn't come close.
It's the only one that we've gone all 4 on, isn't it? Oh, no, the TNA Pacific we went all 4 on.
Yeah.
So, right, okay, let's go to our next category. This is a category which has been voted for by listeners of the Square Circle Relics pod. There's no... Walker hasn't recorded this one because this is a sort of ones for us. So we've picked 4 cards that we went through our Facebook feed for the Wrestling Card Wednesday award. We obviously picked 4 that we liked, and we've allowed obviously people in the Facebook group to vote for their favourite. So we've got these 4. So we've got Tommy. He put up probably a couple of months ago, the Nick Gage BBM Pro Wrestling Collector 2000 rookie, which I believe is a graded card of his.
The old double fingers.
Double fingers, yeah. Double digits. Then we had Trav. With his Jade Cargill green from Spectrum out of 25.
I love that card. I need to get that card. It's an amazing card.
It's a really nice card. Yeah. I think we can obviously discuss in a bit more detail at the moment some extra bits and pieces about the card. Then we had Gary. He put up a 2009 BBM from the Misawa Memorial card set, which came out in 2009. And this was a relic card. So I had a piece of Misawa's green gear. And then finishing off, we had Alan and his 1991 hologram Sting from the WCW Impel set that we mentioned earlier on, which was a chase card within packs. So
I was about to say, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, that was the big card in that set.
Yeah. So I thought
you didn't because we were going to mention it later on. To be honest, so
I'm just stupid. It's fine. I'm just a dumbass.
Just a dumbass.
It's written in my notes. I just missed it. It's fine.
So So some real cool cards there, and I've got to thank everyone who takes part on the Wrestling Card Wednesday as well, because there's always some cool cards that people have picked up and sort of sharing their PC. So. It's quite nice to now put in a card.
And our listeners are making it themselves these days on our Facebook group as well. So
yeah, I like that.
Nice.
I like that.
Didn't have to wait
some initiative.
Didn't have to wait for me to go and take a picture of something and stick it up. I was like, thank you.
Or do it a day early like I did this week.
Oh, mate, that was hilarious.
Oh, mate, it's been a long week.
Jeez.
Jamie's been in Australian time.
He's been in Oz,
Tuesday lunchtime that went up, Wrestling Card Wednesday. So there you go, the wonders of Instagram. So obviously went to the vote, and if I'm wrong, I apologise, but I believe, I think the clear winner was... Sting 1991 hologram. There was a lot of love.
Put a drum roll in there. You're gonna have to put
yeah.
like a little drum roll in there.
So,
I was going to put a little Sting sound effect or something. Yeah.
Woo!
can I just ask before we move on, who would you guys have voted for? Because we didn't vote in this one, did we?
So for me, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
No, so for me personally, I would have also voted for the Sting hologram. It is a pretty damn cool card. It's really nifty, and it is quite hard to come by. You know, even now, if you want to get hold of it, it's going to
pack
cost you a
odds
bit.
are not good. Yeah,
Mine would have been Jade just because it's on my top 5 cards to get at the minute. So I love that card as well. I think she's something special.
I do too,
and definitely one for the future. And that card is so cool. Although she needs green hair, right?
Well, we discussed this, didn't we, Chris? And obviously in the chat, like,
and then you just photoshopped the picture and gave her green
and it looks
hair.
a million times better, doesn't it? You know, green would pop. I think the only thing with the Jade, had it been her like actual true rookie, I would have been a lot more hotter for it. But again, I can't dispute that they are a cool card, you know.
If you look on TCDB, it is her true rookie.
Well, it's a pack rookie as well, isn't it? You know,
but we all know that the true rookie is Matt Stade Moments. That's a real rookie,
which I really like that card. Yeah, it's a shame it's not that image on the Spectrum card, but
it was all close ups though, wasn't it? They could have done a few. They could have done a few in action and stuff like that.
But credit for everyone for getting on board with that. And I think
some good cards.
I think as
Great
well.
Cards,
I think because as well, we were a bit with the WCW set. Obviously, we had the vote for Impel in there as well. So I think hologram going through and voted by people is a good candidate going into the Hall of Fame. So listener award again. We'll do it when we do the Hall of Fame again. But this time round, we had Sting going in. So that rounds up our ordinary categories for this year's Hall of Fame. So just do a quick run through. So we're not obviously going to change these now, but we've gone AEW flagship in as the AEW set. We've gone for Kurt Angle and the Milk Carton Relic with the Rock as a relic card. Sets, we've gone for Championship Clash. We've put in the Hall of Fame for worst card, Mike's Magical Moments, and he's always balls. TNA 2004 as a TNA set. We've gone for the Bret Hart 87 for vintage. We've got WCW gone for the 98. Autograph is the 5x5x5x5x. And then finishing off, we have put in Alan and his hologram Sting card voted for by the listeners in the Facebook group. So a good first class, I think. Is there anything else anyone would like to add before we finish off this week's episode?
Well, I think we've got 2 other things to induct. Well, I say 2 other things to induct. One is a person, another is a card. So the creator, there's 2 categories that I suggest that we put in: the creator of the year and the card of the year. The creator of the year, Sam Tier from
100%.
Icon Trading, who is not here to accept his awards because he's in bed.
And it would have been a surprise for him as a result of being here, but nonetheless.
Well, it's going to be a nice surprise for him.
100%.
Anyway,
right? When he listens.
So when he listens, it's going to be hopefully a lovely surprise for him. So well done, mate. I think we'll keep the creator of the year. You know, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be an indie card. We can, it can be Panini. It can be anyone. But what he's done this year for the British wrestling scene, for
incredible
for cards is nothing short of remarkable. So thank you, Sam.
100%. I think as well. I know obviously we're good friends with him now, but I think ultimately that progress as well. Like he's changed the way he ships the card. He now does like mag cases. He's got his own stickers. Yeah. Like every time he does something, like there's always been a good step up in quality in the way he handles it as well.
To see that progression and to see him like blossom basically from the start of all this has been great, and he's got such a big heart for the wrestling car community that it's just it's truly remarkable. And I can't. It was not. You know what I mean? Like, Jamie, you obviously came up with the idea of doing this tonight, and with regards to putting Sam into the Hall of Fame, and I would never have said no to it, because I can't think of a more deserving person, and company as well, Icon Trading as well.
Well, yeah, that's it. The actual cards, like, just how, do you know what I mean? The thought that goes into it, the people that he's getting to sign these cards, there's always a reason behind it. He's not just going, oh, look, I know 100%. Paul Burchill, and I'm going to go get Paul Burchill to sign a card, am I? Do you know what I mean? There's
legwork, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's crazy. And he's always open to ideas as well. Yeah. I mean, I texted him the other night, like Daniel Puder. I was like, he's never had an autograph card. I said, I know it doesn't really follow your trend, and he's like, it won't sell. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a cool idea.
Probably sell like 3 to us guys.
I'd buy it. And also, to go along with Sam, we have to have the card of the year. And we were, I think, unanimous in this as well with regarding the Kendo Nagasaki autograph card. Yeah. Regardless of that being a UK card, regardless of that being Sam's card, I think that meant the world to all of us, to be honest, when that was announced. I still can't believe. Obviously, the Booker T thing this year was obviously the big thing, but last year, that my jaw dropped to the floor. I couldn't think of anything better.
I think even the little touches of that as well, like having the auto vertical instead of horizontal, you know, that is a full auto.
Looks amazing.
And it's such a clear auto as well. Like, it is, I don't know. I just think, again, like we said, like the progression of, like, from what he was doing previously of selling things from his own PC and just collecting cards to actually going through and securing someone like that and actually convincing somebody like that that this would be a good thing. And the fact that it sold out so quickly as well, like, it's a credit to actually believing in what you do. So, the card of the year.
Me and Chris did buy half of them.
Nonetheless,
Gordo's just got his one. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
I just name a card that has got that much significance in it in the last God knows how many years. I can't think of one card.
And a British card at that. So,
but say ATPs. You know.
So,
but against any American card, against any Japanese card.
Yeah, 100%. So So Sam, congratulations. We wanted to put some things in for you this year. So you are the first inductees of the Card of the Year and Creator of the Year. So there we go.
And get well soon.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Don't be so shit for next year.
Do Lloyd's trick and have lots of monster to keep you going.
Come and talk about TNA.
Yeah, just come on and go, because it's all like Bane, Batman, Vengeance. That'd be great.
So that is our Hall of Fame class. So what we'll do, we'll stick some photos up in the Facebook group. So if you want to see what these cards look like, we'll be doing that. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed going through those ones. So roll on to next year. So that pretty much
we do apologise. No top 5, Mega 5 this week.
No,
because obviously it's taken quite a lot of time and it's kind of the same kind of format, really, but 4 instead of 5. We should have done 5 really to be on brand, but
there was going to be 4 of us.
Exactly.
So we're pretty much at the end of this episode now. Before we go into our closing things, of course, we're in Mania week. What's your guys' thoughts on Mania at the moment? Are you looking forward to Mania? Are you going to watch any of it? Are you going to watch highlights? What are you going to do? Or what else are you going to watch this on over the weekend?
Well, I think I'll watch it. I might watch some of the random shit that goes on, like Bloodsport and stuff.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame is a big one just because of
Friday.
Friday. It's over 2 days, so it has to be Friday, doesn't it? Yeah, Friday. It used to be Saturday into Sunday, didn't it? So
into Sunday.
obviously Andy Kaufman going in is a big thing for all of us.
Big thing.
So Mania itself, I don't really care that much, to be honest, but I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think why I wouldn't watch it, to be honest, but there's nothing on there that's like, oh my God, I need to watch it, but I will watch it.
There is something I'm looking forward to that isn't probably on most people's looking forward to list. I'm kind of hoping that we get the Gangrel cameo in Edge's entrance.
Allegedly, what they reckon,
I've heard talks, man. I really want that. It's a shame that Christian won't be there. But,
well, no, there's actually been rumours that Tony Sniff's
really?
offered it to him, so...
Oh, that'd be really cool, man.
Yeah, so...
I'd really enjoy that.
Christian in a wig.
The big blouse.
That'd be hilarious. A blouse. Really called.
I would.
Really called tights today as well. Like instead the leotards instead of tights, and now he's wearing blouses. It's proper.
I hope they kind of do the real classic. If they do that brew thing, I think that would be a really cool image.
Well, amazing.
I love that when he first did it recently, like last year. I love that. See, 2 years ago,
I loved it. And all it needed was Gangrel, in my opinion. Blood, everything. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a few things this weekend. I'm probably going to watch the Ring of Honor show. There's a hell of a lot of good matches on there. So I'm probably going to watch that on Friday night, or if not, watch it Saturday morning. And again, I probably will tune in to some of Mania. I'll probably watch it, sort of skimming it through the network.
But that's the thing, though. Like you're talking about skimming through it and stuff like that. This should be a magical time, and it just really isn't.
It's just the length of it, isn't it? It's like I haven't got 8 hours to watch 2 4-hour shows.
Yeah.
Christ, I struggled to watch WrestleMania 16 in my downtime this week, and that was only 2 3/4 hours. I think I'll watch a few things this weekend. Again, like you guys, Hall of Fame, I'll probably catch, the bits I want to see of that. Yeah. In other stuff, I'll probably, if there's anything notable, I might go back and watch it. But it's just interesting to see, especially because we always talk on here, don't we, that we don't always watch WWE. I think Mania season, though, you've always got that little bit of interest in watching whatever happens, whatever, really. So
I usually watch the pay-per-views. Exactly what Dave's about to say, sorry.
Well, that's it, Big Four, but like Money in the Bank
is a fun one, isn't it, as well?
Money in the Bank over Survivor Series these days. You know what I mean? When I say the Big Four, I don't really mean Survivor Series anymore. There's no stakes in it at all.
Because they don't really do the old-style Survivor Series matches anymore, do they? So it's kind of like...
Well, it was War Games last year, wasn't it?
War Games!
Which is not Survivor Series, so...
It's War Games.
Just get rid of Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I don't think it kind of exists anymore without... there needs to be a proper brand split, doesn't there, to achieve it, so...
Or something that you can build up to do, like... At least War Games, you can have like those big teams you can build up with, but it just adds extra element, doesn't it? But I do miss a good Survivor Series match,
I loved it. Like that's what I grew up on.
That's it. And it was
I used to,
good guys, bad guys.
Yeah, I love Survivor Series more than I loved back in the day. Than I loved the Royal Rumble because it was like proper good teams. You know what I mean? And they used to dress the same and stuff like that. And it was the only kind of year that they did it. You used to see a lot about royals and stuff like that. Yeah. And the Royal Rumble to me was just the big... It wasn't as big back then as it is now. Because like back then it was quite small. So, and I'm talking like late 80s, early 90s and stuff. So
back in like as you're saying, the late 80s, early 90s, you never really got these, like 8-man tag matches, did you? It was always, you might get the odd 3-man tag match, but... Never really like 4 or 5 or whatever. So it was like more of a...
It was fun.
A spectacle.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
But
every dog has its day, and I think Survivor Series is long since gone, sadly.
It was a while back.
Yeah.
So, nice. Yeah, we'll chat about Mania, obviously, next time around. Again, no doubt we'll have some Panini instance for WrestleMania. So we'll see what crops up and, go from there. So... I think we're pretty much there with episode 21. Who's looking after episode 22?
That'd be me.
Lloydie.
So
next time round,
big
what we're doing?
topic. So big topic is going to be the Prism review, 2023 Prism review.
Yeah.
The top
We'll have seen it.
Would have been on Raz's and Raz's rakes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And talking Raz's though, like, have you seen the amount of Raz's that have come up recently? Like the raffles, basically.
The Bret Hart one that you tagged me in. He didn't fill it.
There's just been so many. Every time I put on like one of the groups at the minute, there's just so many of them. They've just come out of the woodwork.
They're a guaranteed sale, though, aren't they? If you need a quick sale, people are going to jump on them. That's the thing.
But it's just,
and people don't, you don't mind losing $5 or do you know what I mean, $10 or whatever. So
they've definitely gone up like 100% in the last couple of weeks, and it's just, I think people are getting ready for Prism, to be honest. But I don't know.
There's a lot of pick your owns as well, isn't there? Like pick your winners and stuff, which is quite cool.
So big topic, Prism 2023. The top 5/Mega 5 is going to be Prism, your favourite cards of Prism 2022. So last year's Prism.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd do that because obviously we're going to have to do that as a top 5 at some point anyway. So why don't we do it on that week? Let's have a proper Prism week.
A Prism Fest.
Prism week.
So we're going to defer because obviously this week we were going to do fully loaded. So we're going to defer that over to Jamie's week on the next round. So Prism 2022 for the top 5 next time. Chris, you'll have something different, and then we'll do fully loaded.
Yeah, sounds good.
Good to me. Yeah.
Do you want me to do my bits and pieces?
Yeah, go for it, dude.
So, first of all, 2 shout-outs. One, it's Wes from the ATP's birthday today. So
happy birthday,
Wes. Happy birthday. So I am fully aware that there's going to be a couple of days until he actually does listen to this. So it'll probably be like, my birthday was ages ago.
It's my birthday.
It's Trav's birthday in the next couple of days as well. So happy birthday, Trav.
Happy birthday,
Trav.
Happy birthday, Trav.
Happy birthday. What else is there? So specials wise, we were going to record a special on rookies. The only problem is I scheduled it on Mother's Day, which probably wasn't the best idea. So we will look to reschedule that in the future. I don't think it's going to be around the corner anytime soon because we're all kind of busy, but it will be when we can. We'll work it into the calendar in the coming, I'd say, month or so, whatever. Mm-hmm. So we'll figure that one out. We need to think of as well that other special we want to do with regarding our other hobbies that we've had over the years and stuff like that. We'll think about that as well. That's something potentially to do in the future as well, in the near future as well. We just need to schedule that one in as well. We don't mind doing a special for you guys. It's just we just need to plan it and not doing it on holidays.
I think we always said that we'd like to do like one once a quarter, and we're at that point now where we're pretty much sort of at quarter, aren't we? So
Oh god, yeah. We need to get it done.
Did either of you guys actually say to like your missus or anything? Oh yeah, we're doing a podcast on Mother's Day.
She wouldn't have, my missus wouldn't have minded. I don't think.
Oh, mine would have.
No, mine wouldn't.
I think it was more.
I think so.
You know, it's kind
it
of
would
like
have been in the afternoon anyway.
Yeah, I think it was more the fact that we were like, you think
I was out.
Same as we were like doing all the rounds. You think I don't think I'm even going to be back in time for this. Do you know what I mean? Best will in the world.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, I would have been like, right now I'm going to do a podcast, and I'm not sure it would have gone down. So I still would have done it, but you know.
So, we've got a few ideas with specials, and so we'll keep an eye on those in that case. So,
cool.
Lloydie, how's your Instagram DMs been looking in? Send it all over again.
I literally got on my Instagram. Someone added me today and said hello. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
Wow.
I looked at it and it was like...
Is it a bot?
Yeah, it was a bot. It was like, want to make a date? Like, in the name of it. And I'm like, are you shitting me? So no, still nobody has sent me any love at all, on apart from bots.
What's your username, just in case anyone wants to
D_Lloydie boy. Still the same. Never moved.
Well,
I'm still there.
someone said
I actually do use it a bit more these days with regarding, like, I generally just kind of look at certain, like, wrestling sites, card sites, like our site, Filth Bomb, and stuff like that. Don't really do much else on there, to be honest. And then, so I am starting to look at a few more bits and pieces. Obviously not like bloody chat sites and stuff like that for bots to get me, but I was a bit surprised by that one. That was the first time that's happened to me on Instagram.
Would you like to do an ad campaign? Hit this button now and you get all these free samples.
I know, but it's
promote it.
Promote it.
I haven't been on Instagram. I haven't been on Instagram for long, but that's the first time it's happened to me, and I was just like, "Oh, the guys are going to enjoy this one tonight." But I was a bit shocked, to be honest. I was like, I didn't think this happened on Instagram. It does. Apparently,
it does.
I think that's it from me, though.
Chris,
I don't think there's anything else.
What you got coming up on your YouTube? Anything coming up?
Yes, PSA reveal is going up tomorrow. So tomorrow. Really hard to do a PSA reveal. I'm not good at it. I don't know that I'm going to do that again.
Oh, really?
It's
It's
really
like,
hard,
this is another card that I've
It's
got.
like, this is this card, and I'm already showing the fucking bottom half of the card, and I'm like, oh, look, but you can see that it says Alexa Bliss at the bottom. So, it's really hard. So I think I got used to it after, a couple of them, but
It's trying to hold them and stuff as well, isn't it? In the right place and whatnot,
Yeah, well, I didn't really have any. I should have got something bigger to cover it, and I'm using a fucking filler. Do you know what I mean? Like a filler from a pack, and it doesn't work.
Just do like a reel on it or something.
Yeah, I think that'll be the way to go in the future.
Look at me with all the
all the lingo
knowledge of
for
what
the
to do
kids.
and shit.
Reels, and I've got to figure out how you do a reel, but I'm sure it can't be that hard.
Too hard.
The other things I've got one box of Slam Attacks Chrome left, which is really burning a hole in my. Do you know what I mean? I want to open it real bad, so I'm probably going to open that. And then I've got like a random pack mixer again. So as I mentioned earlier, I've got like a pack of embossed and all sorts of just random packs that I've picked up pretty cheap. So yeah, keep an eye out for those. Over to you, Jamie.
Yeah, so again, mentioned earlier on the socials. If you want to find us over Instagram, we're at Square Circle Relics Pod on Insta. Back to doing daily posts on there on the right days and the wrong days, or any day really. But again, I've got a little library now be up. The scanner is now working, so yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that.
Looks good, man. Those pictures are looking good.
Yeah, there was one the other day that I really liked. What was it?
I think
Vader's. We had a
Vader's actual
Vader.
page. Yeah.
So obviously, like, is it the sun?
I think it's Vader's son does it. Yeah.
That's really cool.
And we've got some cards come up as well that I know we're not fishing for these likes from people, but there's all things that
when they come up,
it's quite cool. Never expected, Vader's on there, so that's it's really good. So again, head.
The one I really liked was your film strip.
Yes, it scans really well, doesn't it?
Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, that was
looked amazing. Yeah, I love that.
So
sorry,
we've got some Io Shirai going up next week. I've got a few more cards that I've scanned in. So keep your eyes peeled on the Instagram for that. Facebook,
stick the shids on.
Shids, we need some shids. Yes.
Shids.
Facebook group. If you're on Facebook and you want to hop into the group, again, just search for Square Circle Reddit's pod. You'll find the group on there. Introduce yourself on there. Let yourself know what you do. There's a lot of chat going on. Wrestling Card Wednesday. Just generally just an easy group for the listeners, really. So head over there if you're on Facebook. Any platforms, make sure you leave us a like, subscribe, a download, anything like that. It all helps. As always, we're on Audible. So if you want to help those off at night time, find us on Audible. And that's pretty much for me, really. Find me on Twitter. I'm at Jamie Stocker on Twitter. And again, send Lloydie a DM. I'm sure he'd like to hear from you. And I think
I'm hoping that people don't, actually, because it's just it's a funny bit that we've continued for 22 odd episodes now. So why not?
So so we are. That's about it then from an edition of the Squared Circle Relics pod. We're going to finish off with a little outro then from Walker Stewart. Thank you to him for being our master of ceremonies, and we'll see you next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Velvet Voice Walker Stewart, and I just wanted to take the time to thank the Squared Circle Relic podcast for allowing me to introduce their nominees for the 2023 Squared Circle Relic Hall of Fame. It is an honor to be able to do so. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. And of course, if you want to go ahead, you want to follow me, the Velvet Voice Walker Stewart, for all of my goings-ons in the professional wrestling scene, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Velvet Voice WS. That is Velvet Voice WS. WS meaning Walker Stewart, because the Walker Stewart is the Velvet Voice. Thank you so much for listening to the Squared Circle Relic podcast, and we will see you next time.
Fuck John Cena.